Hey everybody, this is Skeet,
Masha and Mikey over here.
Rock and Roll Roundtable.
Yeah, our good friends at Moshman Media with another classic presentation of Rock and Roll Round.
This week, Artist Spotlight Extreme.
Yeah, Extreme. Now, I think Extreme kind of popped in our head from the phenomenal, and I'll say this as a sidebar real quick, phenomenal performance Nuno Betancourt put on at the Ozzy's last show, the Black Sabbath last show. That dude was all over the place, killed everything he touched. I mean, he was murdering things over there. So it kind of put us in an extreme. We don't think about extreme that much. To be honest with extreme, the first two albums were great, fabulous. And after that, I kind of lost touch with extreme. And then last year, I think somebody, or the year before, somebody sent me like a song off this extreme album. I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't run out. I didn't go listen to it. I just thought, oh, that's nice. That's cool. So when we decided to do an extreme deep dive spotlight, whatever you want to call it, we said we're just going to stay focused on what we know, and then had the the last album they released, be our new fresh ears for the week. Something. How good have they done in the past 33, 35 years, whatever they've been out? So that's what we did. And I was happy listening to Extreme this week. Uh, Definitely some I forgot about and some I could do without. And we'll kind of go over the first couple albums and the latest album. That was 2023, I believe. So, yeah, let's hit it up. We'll start with Numero Uno, which is what? Just self-titled, right?
Yes, first Extreme album was called Extreme.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and 89
Yeah.
was when
So,
this said it had come out.
yeah, and to be honest, this was the perfect time for this band to come out because you had hair metal was pretty thriving, but there was room for other bands at the time. Nirvana was creeping in, so Soundgarden was creeping in, so grunge was around the corner. But these guys were just a nice rock band, fun rock band from I think they're from Boston. So it's like they were just kind of out there living their best life. And the first two albums were, you could tell they're having a good time. So on the first album, I remembered from years ago one song, and I forgot about the other five I liked, which is crazy till this week. Kid Ego was the one I remembered right off the bat. I said I remember that being like the first song that my buddy ever. He was an extreme guy. He's big time extreme guy, and he gave me this CD or cassette back then. And I remember Kid Ego the most. But man, did I miss a lot of. There's just so many good ones on this album. Watching Waiting, I liked it a lot. But Mother, I forgot. How did I forget about Mother? Don't want to go to school today. That was classic, dude. Classic. And those were the ones that really got me. Those three in a row from the debut. So, what's your favorites from the debut Extreme album?
Uh, I heard this fucking album, and a buddy of mine had it, bought it on cassette, and there was just so much excellent fucking guitar work on this.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
it really, they had a funk feel to them. So that was a lot different in that fucking era, the 88, 89, 90, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It was
Or
like hair metal and grunge on either side of them, and they
yes.
were right in the middle.
So for me, that them bringing that funk to with Nuno's playing, and just the fucking, it was like listening to another fucking Eddie Van Halen that had a little bit more bite at times.
Yeah, fair
So
assessment. I mean,
for me, Kid Ego was huge. It had the video. That had a video for that. Uh, Mother, yeah, that's
come on,
catchy.
go to
Yeah,
school
excellent.
today. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and my other favorite was Play With Me because it was in Bill and Ted.
Okay, yeah.
So
That,
that, I
that
think that got featured. That was in the movie before the album come out. I think it was. So that was the first time I ever heard it was on that movie.
hmm.
And then the album was out, and I'm like going, hey, that's that fucking song from the movie. I love that movie. So it was just a bonus for me. And some of the song titles, was kind of cheesy. They were
Yeah.
young. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go too much into it, but there was. I love this album. There's not a stinker on here for me.
No stinkers. I was kind of highlighting my
Yeah.
three favorite overall tracks, but it's like no, there ain't no stinkers. And you think of extreme, you think right away either what order. I think of Gary Sharon and then Nuno because I was a singer, and you think of Nuno first and Gary second because you were a guitar player. So, but it's those two, and I
Yes.
mean the bass player and the drummer are killing it, and it's just they were the band. They just didn't get the attention the front two did, but they're still killing it back here, and they're having a good time.
Yeah.
So
So
great
really,
album,
yeah.
yeah, great album. But I
So
gotta
let's.
tell you, yeah, I wasn't expecting that first album at all. I didn't know what to think. The vocals were almost too clean for me. So when I heard Extreme 2 was coming out, I had a little bit of worry to me because I thought, man, they're trying to compete with, some of this heavier stuff that's coming out. The Mother Love Bones was out and Soundgarden was out and it's like Nirvana was getting they had Bleach was out already. I was worried about Extreme 2. And yeah. Did you listen to this one when it came out or did you hear it later?
I cherry picked this fucking album. So Extreme 2 came out in 90,
Yeah,
and Decadence Dance
I love
got
that song.
the video. It was a great fucking tune.
Yeah.
So there was a lot going on out of the fucking gate with that one. So it's like, all right, cool. But for me, a lot of this was pick and choose out of it. I'm not gonna fucking lie. When I listened to it this week to get that refresher going, I was like, okay, now I know why I cherry picked a lot of the songs. Not that they were bad songs, but just some of them were just not as powerful as the ones we'll touch on here in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, most of these I like. This was my favorite by far. This was probably if I went back to 1990 and tried to think of all the albums that were out, this probably takes the win for 1990 because
Oh,
I listened to this one to death, man. And
okay,
there's some songs I don't care for, like Little Jack Horny. Yeah, whatever. But Decadence Dance rips it out. When I'm President, I love that. The background vocals kind of weakened it a little bit,
okay,
but they're pretty perfectionist on their harmonies and stuff. So, but
yes,
that's what part of their deal. But when I'm President, and then you get to get the funk out. I mean,
Yes.
That's a good time. And that has another one of those little slip in verses that you make the whole song. He said, "Not bad for a Mexican white boy."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that was killer. And it had more like saxophone and shit in there. They used more like instrumentation than most bands would, and that's kind of been their trademark. But the ballad, I mean, everybody knows the more than words, and that might be one of the best ballads of all time as far as songs I know front to back. Never forget it. Just a simple, stripped down song, and I'm not an acoustic person. I don't really care about acoustic guitar unless it's Nuno. And Gary Sharon is just, yeah, get out of here, man. That dude's off the charts.
The fucking vocals.
Off the charts, man.
Yeah, it was just they blended it so well. They sounded so good together. I mean, it's no wonder that most people go, "Oh, that album, more than words." I
Yeah.
understand why they concentrate on it, but there's a lot of fucking cool fucking tunes on this.
Yeah, oh yeah. And the you're talking about the harmonies, the background vocals together and stuff. I don't know. There's only a couple I like more maybe than those two. I know I'm going to get my metal card taken away for these, but I really liked Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora. Their harmonies were like
Yes.
super great back in the day. And me being me, Michael Sweet and Oz Fox just kind of take the cake for me because I listened to Striper way more than I did a lot of these other bands. So, but these guys are great. As harmonies, there was some songs I didn't like, but I liked some that didn't get much attention either. Like "It's a Monster." I liked that song a lot, and it brought back memories this week. "Pornography." Who can hate "Pornography," man? It's just a good moving song. And then there's some duds on towards the end, but they're not horrible.
No.
But then it kicks back in and saves the day with "He-Man Woman Hater."
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a great Little Rascals reference there, I thought. And "Wholehearted" ends the album. And it's like again an acoustic, but it had more guitar in it. It wasn't totally acoustic, but again the harmonies. Oh my God! There's a hole in my heart that can only be
Yeah.
filled by you. Those two together,
Yeah.
it's goosebumps, man. You hear that stuff.
Yeah.
So perfect. It's like, how do you guys not crack? You just sound that great together in sync. And I saw them live. They did the exact same thing. It's not a fluke. It's not a
Yeah.
production thing. So just a great album for me. It's one of the better albums of that time for me.
I, again, I really cherry pick these. Wholehearted, like you said, good way to end the album. Very catchy, upbeat. Vocals are phenomenal. I
Yeah.
it, I know why fucking Van Halen tapped Gary Sharon. I know why.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. Definitely.
with Gary, it was you got a Sammy feel and a Dave feel at times.
I really got Sammy feel. And more when I listened
Yes.
to it this week, it was like not so much the first album, more on the
No.
second album
Yes.
for me. And I could see why he should have been a better. He got screwed on the Van Halen
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. He belongs in Extreme. That fits him perfectly. So yeah, great album though. Pornography. Oh my God,
So
I had forgotten
Mikey,
how good it was.
we gotta we kind of skipped some albums from Extreme. So you want to
Yeah.
kind of give them a breakdown of why and
Well, like I said, it was creeping into grunge at that point when Pornography was great and it came out, but then the follow up, Three Sides to Every Story, didn't get anywhere near the attention that Extreme or Extreme Two did. There's not I mean, it's just a little bit mellower for me. I did like a couple songs on it, and then they had the break. They had a break for a few years, and by the time 1994 rolled around, I was well into other stuff. I mean, to be honest, and if I didn't hear something that blew my mind, I wasn't going to go out and buy an album and all that stuff. And that's probably sad because Waiting for the Punchline was that album. It's not horrible by any means. I didn't miss anything major. And then the gap, 14-year gap before I don't even know how to pronounce it, Salsaditas or something like that. De Rock. I liked one song off of it a lot, and that was about it. I mean, the rest were okay. Nothing Extreme does is shit. It's just not my cup of tea all the time. A little mellower, ballady. So yeah, they go through there. They had a live album come out mid 2010s, the
Okay.
Pornography in its entirety, which I would have died to see. I would have loved to have seen that. So I hope they do that again. That would be cool. Do a 35 years or whatever. I'd go. I'd go. That brings us to the newest effort from Extreme. Now, I had never heard this album, and neither had you. So we thought it was going to be an interesting kind of experience. We did this with Winger. Remember, we had that last album neither one of us had heard, and we listened to that to cap off the Winger spotlight. So now we're doing it with Extreme, and
Six.
I'd heard
This
the
one's
one
called
song.
Six. This one's called
Yeah,
Six.
kind of like it's almost identical to Winger because that one was called Seven, if you think about it. But yeah, this one, the song I was sent was the opening song on the CD. So it's the only song I'd heard called Rise. Now that was bad assery. It was just like,
Yes.
okay, this is my stuff. This is going to be great.
Yeah, it smacked you right in the face. That was fucking phenomenal
Yeah,
solo.
yeah.
Yes.
But unfortunately for me, after that, the music. This is a weird anomaly I have with this album. The music got heavier. It's like the music when it transcended into the 2020s. The vocals are still phenomenal, but they bring the heaviness way down. It's like they're so melodic and so in tune, and everything sounds so nicey and pretty that it loses the gut punch you were getting from Nuno and the rest of the guys in the band. So it was a strange album for me. Not that I didn't like it. It's just, man, it could have been so much better with a little more
Oof.
vocal angst. Just chill out on being so perfect and just let it rip on a couple songs. I thought he did pretty good on Rise with that. That's why I was all excited. I'm like, okay, it's Extreme, but it's like on steroids. They're coming out of the gate pissed off, fired up. Man, it just never got back to the Rise level. But some great songs. I mean, I like you go through your songs and then I'll go through my songs. I liked most of the album, but it was just for different reasons than what I hoped.
So, for me, this one, there's great fucking songs on it. Okay?
Yeah, yeah. This is
Rise was
really good.
good. Banshee was kind of cool. Uh, Other Side of the Rainbow and Small Town Beautiful kind of. I think they really kind of collected everything they've done to show all of their musical sides in this album. So I don't know if it was helpful for them to do that, but as an Extreme fan, I was like, okay, you got a couple slower ballady type songs. So that was
Right. Oh, yeah.
cool. So, it still shows that strength that they can still crank out these meaningful songs. And Nuno's still, Jesus Christ, his fucking solo. It's like he's chef's kiss on a lot of this shit.
Yeah, yeah. He got better. He just got
Yeah, he just
better
even
as he
even
got
fucking
older.
better. Yeah, it blows your fucking mind.
And the
Uh,
tone was the guitar tone seemed a little different to me. I don't know if he used a different tuning or if it was just the production, but it seemed a lot more angrier and in your face on a lot of on the
yes.
songs that required a little more meat to it. So yeah, that's what I
So
caught out of
it was kind of like fucking Nuno Unleashed
it.
on a
Yeah.
lot of these tracks that may not have needed that aggressive of a fucking solo, but it fit and it sounded cool. So for me, that's what kind of I wasn't expecting that fucking solo in this fucking song, and
Yeah.
it it was like he's angry at the fucking world and just fucking tearing it up. Uh, the mask was kind of cool. I like that. Thicker Than Blood was all right. Uh, Hurricane was all right. X Out, decent. Beautiful Girls was a nice little. They did the little kiss at the end, like from Van Halen.
Yeah, it was like
That was
I
kind
could
of a cool
tell.
little shout out. You know what I'm talking about? From
Yeah,
Van
yeah,
Halen too. Did a little kiss at the end. I was like, oh, that's
yeah,
nice. But that was a fun little song. Here's to the Losers was actually it was kind of cool. That was a kind of cool song. It's not the greatest on the album. I mean, Rise, that's the fucking heavy hitter. But
yeah. And I
Here's to
mean,
the Losers was a
the
good
whole
way
thing. Yeah,
to take the fucking album out. It's a good album all around.
yeah. I liked most of it. I mean, Small Town Beautiful was one of my favorites, and it's not heavy at all. And it's like
No,
sometimes I'm not all about the heavy. I liked Save Me. I did like that one a lot. I thought of like Hurricane, Thicker Than Blood. Those were like sevens. They were like
yeah,
okay songs, not hateful, just not my thing. Beautiful X Out. I liked X Out a lot more than some of the other ones. The whole anthem of anthem-y kind of thing to it. Definitely, I didn't like beautiful. I mean, Beautiful Girls was okay, but it was so cliche for me. California. Use the California reference to girls and all that stuff. It's just like, okay, guys, we're stretching, we're reaching here. But Here's to the Losers. Yeah, it's one of those ballads. It wasn't more than words. It wasn't wholehearted, but it was still a classic song. It was a good way to end it. I think my favorite part, maybe of the whole thing, was the chorus a cappella at the end, where they just had a silence and then you hear them singing here's to the losers, just a bunch of people. Probably, and I'm thinking maybe I'm wrong here. I have to look it up. Could have been the band, all the people helped with production, could have been the chorus. I think everybody involved with that album probably got in the room and they said, we're going to sing this last chorus together. If they did, that was very cool. And if they didn't, they should listen to me. That would
yeah,
have been a good idea.
yeah.
It was still a very cool way to end the album. I thought it was solid. I don't know why this didn't get a little more love and attention a couple years back. Maybe it will now with Nuno resurfacing in a violent, vicious way in England. And I hope they continue to do albums, but I hope they stick to the who they are. I think just the shock of the heaviness in spots where the vocals did not fit it. The vocals were too prim and proper for the angry stuff. But I also tell you what, I heard a lot of Sammy Hagar in here. I did. I heard the rasp he's got now kind of matches Sam, not on purpose, because Gary's always had it. It's just he's older now. So his raspy voice, which you get when you get older, I think it's just made him sound a little more like Sammy, but he's definitely his own
Oh
person.
yeah, yeah.
But him and Sammy, yeah, I can see the Van Halen connection crystal clear now. And it should have worked, but unfortunately it didn't. But I'm kind of glad it didn't because you still have Extreme this way. So yeah, Extreme. It was a fun week. I did, like I said, I went and listened to a hit and miss on the other albums. We don't have to. I mean, we were going to talk about the one we knew anyway, plus add the one. But yeah, you can go check all them albums out if you want. They're not as good as the three we went over. I'll just be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah.
Those
These,
the other three are, they're okay, they're solid. These three albums are above solid. I mean, they're a little better than solid. They're really good. So it's just a slight elevation, 3 and 3. But yeah, Extreme's still great. They're still a great band.
well, honestly, I didn't even know about the fifth album. I
Yeah,
didn't. I
I
didn't.
didn't either. I
It
did
was
not either.
completely fell below the radar. I didn't even know it existed. I thought there was a fucking jump from that, uh, the one with the clown on it.
Clown.
The clown was
Pornography.
on the cover.
Oh, I don't know which one. I don't look at the covers that much, dude. I
I,
sure I
I
can see
just
it.
I was like I really didn't give that one a listen. I think I listened to three sides to every story, and it really sounded to that it was a lot more production to it. That they really
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. I think they went for it on that. It didn't get what they were
yes,
looking for. I mean, if you want to listen to it, it's not going to waste your time in any way. "Rest in Peace" is my favorite song on there.
yeah,
It's
that
just
was a
it
good one.
was, and "Waiting for the Punchlines" the same way. They
That's
get
the
a little
one.
angry. They get a little angry. Yeah, I see the clown now, but they get a little angry about religion a little bit. In some of these,
Okay,
a couple of these albums, the lyrics like "There is no God, God is dead," with a question mark, kind of like Black Sabbath. But this one, this "Waiting for the Punchline," it had another song about God in it. It was like, okay, this was "There is no God," but I liked a couple songs on that. And the "Solace to Rock," "Comfortably Dumb" was my favorite.
okay.
I don't even know if it was a play on Pink Floyd or not. I just like the song. So yeah, there's a couple good ones on every one of these albums, but man, Pornograffiti's the best. It's not even close. It's
Well,
hands down for me, Pornograffiti. I'm gonna have to go out and buy that again. So I have it on the CD now because it's
okay,
just, yeah. I mean, I like to have the ones I really love on physical copies too.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I forgot how good that album was. No shabby on the debut either. And this
I
last album's really solid, but
yeah.
man, Pornography, it's just great.
I'm always going to go with the first one. That one got played so fucking much. It again, you get to the point where it's like you love every track because you just listen to it so fucking much. And that one
Yeah.
for me was I listened to that a lot more than what I did the second one. So that's my bad on my part.
No, no, I mean it's everybody has a preference. It's just I just happen to like the songs better on the second album, but I still really enjoy the first album. But it's you know, some albums are really good and some are classic to me.
Yeah,
Just epic. And Pornography for me is epic. So that's the
gotcha.
one. Yeah.
Nice. Well, hell, it was nice going down the extreme lane.
Yeah, and
It
best
really
wishes.
was.
I hope to God they keep doing music, and maybe I'll have to put them on my radar a little harder because they are fun to listen to and absolutely phenomenal musicians, vocals. I mean, they're a little cheesy at times, but hey, you know what? They're having fun. They're doing it after 35 years. They're still rolling. So
Yeah,
get
you
on
can't.
it, Gary. You know we need a new album.
Yeah,
We need more
yeah.
music coming out.
Let's get a heavier. Let's try one heavier album where it's just
Yeah,
fucking
I
Nuno
just don't know.
fucking being heavy as fuck.
Yeah, I just don't know if Gary would sing it. I think that's the sad part. The vocals kind of bring the heaviness down, which, hey, it's their style. I'm not going to hit them on it. I don't expect a raving deathcore album from Extreme anytime soon. But, it's like, yeah, the last album was still solid enough that don't give up the fight. Keep
Yeah,
putting out stuff. Yuck yucks like us might review it for you, on the internet. So we can interview you too if you wanted to. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody knows Nuno, Gary, hey, I'll take the bass player or the drummer. I don't
Yeah.
care. Bring them on.
Well, all right, Mikey. I think that'll wrap it up this week.
Yeah, it was a fun week. Pornography, go buy it, go listen to it. Yeah, that's what I had to say.
Give your extreme love out there, people. This is Skeet.
Mosh and Mikey,
See ya.
peace out.